Hello everyone. So this is my first ever reading vlog. October is here and October is my birthday month, which means that I like to spend every day doing something I really love, and I love reading. And so I've decided that today, between all the things that I have to do during the day, I want to take time out and read as much as I can. So the books that I'm going to be reading are these two. This is Welcome to Paradise by Twinkle Khanna. It has 5 stories in it and I've already finished 4 of them so far. I only have to read the last one, which is called Jelly Sweets. And since I've already finished reading most of it, I know that I will not take too long to get through this book. And once I'm done with it, I want to start this book, Saraswati's Gift by Kavita Kane. Kavita Kane has been one of my most favorite mythological fiction writer. I have read 3 books by her so far and I've loved all of them. I purchased this book I think a few months back, and I've been waiting to read it, but these days I've gotten into reading more of e-books rather than physical books, because I read while I'm in my bed, under the blanket, and Kindle is always better because I don't have to keep the lights on and I can just fall asleep while reading. So I have not been reading physical books, and which is why, even though I have this book since a few months, I've not yet started. But I want to change that. This month I want to finish reading as many physical books as I can, and so I'm going to do just that. So let's get reading. Okay, so I just finished reading this book, Welcome to Paradise by Twinkle Khanna. I quite liked it actually. There were 5 stories, and I think the 3rd story, which was called Nearly Departed, was my most favorite one. It was about this woman who is 86, I think, and who has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and who is asking for a voluntary euthanasia. There's a lot of drama that goes around in there, and it's actually written in a bit of a funny yet really thoughtful way. It makes you think and it makes you see different perspectives, and it just really impressed me a lot. Other than that, I did like the entire book as well. Actually, the only story that I did not like much was the story after which this book is named, which is called Welcome to Paradise. Overall, I would give this book, I think, 4 stars, because I did not like all of the stories as much as I liked the 3rd one. I did like the 1st and 2nd. The 3rd one was my favorite, like I said. 4th was okay, and the 5th one, I felt that I did not get the kind of closure that I wanted. So because of that, I would not give it like a full 5 star. But yeah, otherwise it's a good book, great writing. I have always liked everything that Twinkle Khanna has written. I've read all of her books, and this was the only one that I had not read, and I'm so glad that I finished it finally. So I'm just going to go and have some lunch and get some other work done, and after that, I think in some time I'm going to start with this book. So I'll check in later. So I'm back now, and it's the next day. I was not able to start reading this book yesterday as I had planned. I had a lot of chores to do and I was working as well, so I just couldn't get to it. But I'm starting it today, and I'm hoping that I will finish it by the end of this week. It's already Friday and I'll get a lot of time to read on Saturday and Sunday since I'm not working. So yeah, I have a good feeling about it. So I really like reading Kavita Kane books because she explores mythological fiction, and especially Indian mythological fiction, because she finds these gaps in the original scriptures, and she fills those gaps with her unique take, and builds her own fictional world within them. Without making it, without making the original story obsolete, which is like really beautiful. And I've read 3 books by her so far, and this is the 4th book, and I really am excited to read it. I know that I'm going in with a lot of expectations, but I can't not expect from Kavita Kane. So I'm just going to get to it now, and let's see how it goes. It's a Saturday today, and as I expected, I was able to get into reading this book a lot more. I'm at chapter 8 now, and I'm already 126 pages through. And I am really liking this book. It's actually a little slower read than I expected, because the language is not as simple as I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought the language is going to be simple. Perhaps another reason why I'm finding it a little bit of a slow read is because I'm not really familiar with the story of Saraswati and Brahma. But the earlier books that I read were based on Ramayana and Mahabharata. Both those epics I am very familiar with. I have read the original scriptures as well, and not the original scriptures, but their English. Not their original scriptures, but their English translations. So I've read them, and I am quite familiar with the inner stories of all those. And I'm quite familiar with the inner stories of both those scriptures. So, it was very easy for me to relate all the characters. I was able to understand the context. But that's not the same for this book, which is perfectly fine. I'm still able to get most of it because I know a lot of these characters already. And I'm really finding it very interesting, the feelings and the humanizing that has been done to the gods here and the goddess. And I just love the character of Saraswati a lot, who is fierce and independent and so knowledgeable, but even so, all these feelings that she's also getting, the confusion about the romance and everything. So I really like it a lot, and I don't know if I'll be able to finish it by tomorrow. It's if you can see, it's this much done. The shorter part is done and the larger part is remaining. Tomorrow is a Sunday, so I'm thinking I might get a lot more time to read, and I'm planning to have an early start tomorrow. But that also means that I have some work that I need to get done, and there is some preparations that I'll have to finish, for the coming week as well. But I'm hoping that I still find enough time to read at least most of this book so that I can finish it by Monday at the latest. But my original target still stays. I want to finish it by tomorrow, and I still have some time to read today, so I hope I'm able to finish half of it, and let's see how it goes. So I'm here checking in. It's Sunday now, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish this book today, because I'm already finished with more than 50% of it. My target yesterday was that I will read till page 190, whereas I already finished till 219. And the thing was that I was so engrossed in the story that I didn't even realize when I met the target. And then when I saw that, I was already through so many pages, I thought I should, leave it for tomorrow. Besides, I also had to finish my steps, and I had not gotten to that yet. So I spent the rest of the night, trying to walk and get a little bit active, because I had spent the entire day yesterday just sitting around and reading my book. So today I'm going to do the same, I guess. I'm going to read this book and I'm going to finish it for sure. And so far, I'm really liking the story. So, fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm checking in again, because I again was so engrossed that I did not realize that for this book I have less than 100 pages left now. I am actually going to reach the end in a few chapters, and oh my god, I just can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of this couple. that I did not even know about. I had not read a single story about Brahma and Saraswati, and it's such a shame. Like, I want to just go back to the scriptures, and I want to know about their relationship. And yeah, I did know a little bit tidbits of the stories that are coming up right now. For example, how Kumbhakarna was supposed to ask for the empire of Indra, and instead he asked for Nidra, which technically means sleep, and that is how we ended up sleeping. So, and that was because of Saraswati ji, who sat on his tongue in a way and made him change the words, because Saraswati is the goddess of speech and knowledge and creativity and arts and everything, but speech also, right? So this bit I knew, and I did not exactly understand the equation between Brahma and Saraswati when I knew about the story earlier. But now that I do, I just find it so amazing and fascinating, and I'm just loving the characters so much, and I'm so glad that I picked up this book. And honestly speaking, yeah, like Kavita Kane cannot disappoint when it comes to mythological fiction. I just can't imagine, how much research she must have done, how many scriptures she must have gone through, and to kind of, come up with this kind of characters and the entire world like this, writing all of this in first person. That in itself is I don't even know, like, it's beyond talent. I feel that Saraswati ji has blessed her, and I'm so glad that I'm able to access her literature. But for now, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to have breakfast for lunch. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'll get back to reading, and I'm sure that within the next hour or so, I should be able to conclude this book. So I'll check in again at that time. Okay, I finally finished this book, and I have to say that this book is going to stay with me for a long time. I mean, yeah, it's hands down 5 out of 5 stars. There is no doubt about that, and this is the kind of book that I know for sure that I am going to read over and over again. Not immediately, because it's going to take some time for it to fizzle out also from my head. I'm going to remember so many things from this book, and I don't know, like, it just helped me. This book has really helped me. I mean, I understand that it's not a self-help book, but I really like some of the topics that have been taken up or talked about in this book, in form of dialogue and discussion, and I like how those thoughts have evolved. I love the way they were expressed. I like that this book talks about, choice of motherhood, choice or necessity of matrimony. I love the fact that it talks about, a women's choice of having a child with marriage or without marriage, or having a marriage without child, or neither, or both, all these choices. And I love the fact that Saraswati is kind of, she's given such a strong character, and it's her voice that is talking about these choices that kind of makes it easy for the general audience as well to believe in, I guess. I mean, we all understand that this is a work of fiction, but giving this voice to the goddess who we all worship for her qualities, just the way she intended it to be. And considering the fact that some of the choices that she has made, it could be very true that this could be the rationale behind her choices or not, because we want to see the modern thought in our religion and in our scriptures and in our mythology. And so it's easy for us to believe that that could be it, but it might not be as well. But I love that this is how the story has been told, and I am in awe of Kavita Kane, the way she has written this book. I am an absolute fan. I went in with very high expectations, and not only were my expectations met, but they were blown. Like, my mind is blown, absolutely blown. I am in love with this book, and I'm so glad that I filmed this vlog. So this was my first ever reading vlog, and I hope that I'm able to make more of these as we go forward. So if you like to watch such reading vlogs, please subscribe to my channel. It would really encourage me. And if you have some other books that you would like for me to read and review, please leave the recommendations in the comments, and I will definitely get to them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit a like button. I'll see you in the next one.